Hello, it's your friend, the Lisserdman, and today we're going to play the original Myst Masterpiece Edition. The Masterpiece Edition, if you're not familiar, is basically a remake. They just resized things and recolored. There's more bit depth to the colors, so it's a little more future-proof for modern systems. It actually plays on the Scum VM engine. I hope I'm getting all that right. It's the first Myst game. It's the only Myst game that I've played so far, so I'm not an expert, but I did get through it in one go last Sunday when I bought the 25th anniversary edition that includes all the Myst games. This video is for someone who just likes Myst and wants to see somebody play it and get their take on it, or people who are new to it. I'm going to kind of explain the logic as I go along. It's got some barriers to entry because it's got it's old graphics and it's a old way of doing things. But back when this came out in 1993, it was just top of the line, next gen graphics. Nobody had ever even seen it before, but the gameplay was pretty standard for the time, but also kind of revolutionary in a way. So it's like a surreal sci-fi fantasy adventure, puzzle adventure, and it's very influential on gaming history. So I think it's worth at least taking a look at, and hopefully this will make it make more sense if you were struggling with it, or give you some perspective if you already know this game. So yeah, let's get into it.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
So I don't really understand this part, to be honest, but we're picking up the Myst book, and it's going to transport us to Myst Island. It's playing it's loading a video file there, so it takes a little minute on my computer for some reason. So, this may look strange to you. It looks strange to me. But back in the 90s, it was pretty common to like overlay stuff on other images. We saw that a lot on the internet. If you go look at early 90s websites, you'll see a similar thing. Or you click on a picture to get to somewhere else. So it's kind of got like that same principle going on. And I think they had like another thing that was common was you could only have you could only have very small video files, so the resolution was pretty small, and so sometimes they would just fit borders around the videos to make it seem like it's supposed to be there. This isn't a very good use of that. I think they had a greater vision for what they wanted to do. Like, you open up the book and you're transported to another world, you know. I think that's the general premise here. but in reality it just ends up looking a little weird. Alright, we're on Myst Island. So you have this little cursor and it'll change depending on what direction. If it doesn't change, then you can't really do anything there. Because it's basically, whatever the cursor says, that's the command that it's telling you, that's telling the game engine to do. So when I go to the side, I can look to the side, and these are all still images. Basically, they rendered 3D images, like 3D CGI images, and then they used those as pages in a like a dungeon crawler kind of thing. They used this old Mac software that they had, and one of the things, well, I'll get to that later. Actually, it's a little more in depth than you need to explore the island to figure that one out. So the island has these different levers, and they do something. I notice a lot of new players, they don't know what these do, so they think it does nothing because they don't see anything being done. But we'll see later on what it's activating. There's one over here. So we're just going to turn on these levers. And this is a message that kind of gives us our first hint on what to do. Catherine, I've left you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber besides the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. Yours, Atris. It's not suggesting that we're Catherine, but it's addressed to Catherine by this person. And we'll figure out who those people are later. Well, I'll just tell you. So Atris is kind of like this dad figure here. He writes the books, and Catherine is his wife, and he has 2 sons, and we'll meet them later. This one right here. One over here. One right there. One here. One here. And the last one is over there, but we can't get there yet because we don't know what we're supposed to do here. We can turn these, and you got a big one and a little one, and then you got a button that you can press. That changes the clock. And this is the minute hand, this is the hour hand. So the little hand is the hour hand, the big one is the minute hand, right? And that's important here. So we can look at this map, and if you don't turn the switches on, you won't be able to see these little outlines. It's basically turning on something. I don't know exactly what they're trying to say it is, but we can now link with these. We can look at them. So I just hold the button down and I wait for it to go red. And it's moving, as you can see, it's rotating the tower. And that's important because if we look at this picture, there's a secret compartment or a secret chamber, or secret door. And if you look at the picture, it's actually showing you a picture of those stairs. And there's another one right here that will turn it down, and this is looking at the door. So when we use this, the door is locked. No one can see us go in the secret chamber. So let's go in there. And remember, we turn this to face this direction, which is those gears that we saw at the start. So we have this little secret passageway. There's an elevator that goes to the library. Now we can go up this ladder. And look, we can see that it's facing the gears. I don't think there's anything else we can do up here. This is my favorite song in the game, by the way. The little doo-doo-doo. So here's the other part of this room. You can actually go around to the side or to the back, and now we have this key. Oh, so when the tower moves, it reveals certain keys. These are your hints, basically. And this is saying 240 and then 221. Pardon. So that's the clock time, right? And then we'll figure out what this is later. And this is a old game. So back in the 90s when this came out, it was standard practice to have a pen and paper next to you to write down clues that you might need to solve puzzles later on in the game. Even back in the day when it was just text adventures, people did that. Because you needed to remember what people had said. They might give you a password that you have to type out. So you need to know what that password is. You either memorize it or you write it down. And it's easier to write it down, and it ends up just being the better solution in any ways. So I recommend having a pen and paper next to you if you're going to play this game. That's the authentic way to do it. People will put it, like, they'll take screenshots and they'll put it in Notepad, or not Notepad, MS Paint, Microsoft Paint. And that's fine too. When I played this, I used pen and paper though, and all the notes fit onto a quarter of a piece of paper, so it wasn't difficult at all. Yeah. So if you try to do it again, you're just gonna get an error. We have to activate the door, which closes the library. Oh, and these are the brothers. So this is a piece of paper, and this is the main reason why we have to go to the islands, is we're gonna get a piece of paper. Because technically you could beat this game without doing any of this, but if you don't know the secret, then you have to go get all these pages and figure out what they're saying. So if we open the book, we just get static, right? But if we put a piece of paper in the book, blue piece of paper goes to the blue book.
Monsieur? Who are you? See you.
And I think they're different for each time, and you start off with one.
Why? Bring me already.
He wants us to bring us a red page. The other one wants us to bring him a blue page. So that's what we're gonna do. Right? But first, we gotta activate this 8th switch. So let's see. We'll put this on 2 o'clock. That's 1, 2, and then 40. That's a 30. And then hit the button. And ba-bam! Now there's a bridge, and we can activate this. And we can go in here. And now we have a puzzle with 3 digits. So guess what the 221 is? It's this. So we have a crank here. And you have to actually move your mouse down to pull these. And there's a trick to this. So basically this one moves the top 2, this one moves the bottom 2. But there's no way for you to get 221 because when you move this one, it moves that second digit and this digit. So there's actually a trick to this. And if you see the weight on the left, you only have so many tries before you get locked out and you have to reset, basically. So we'll do that real quick. So you get 1 bonus one, I think, and then it just stops, and you can't, because the weight's on the floor. And that's actually how a pendulum clock works, kind of. Sort of. So the trick to this is you have to hold it down for a while. So you only move the bottom one once, but the top one will move twice. And you can do that with both of them. And it's 221, right? So that makes this actually very easy to solve. You just have to move this once, and then you'll get the 1, and then you just have to move this until it's a 3 again. Oh wait, that's wrong. So like that, and then this twice. So I have 221. And now you see the gears open, and it's making the same sound as the big gears. So we go over here. Back to the gear. And now we can get in here and we have a Myst book, or a linking book is what they're called. That'll go to a different world, or a different level again. But before I do that, let's go see the secret message. So, okay, I didn't explain that. So we activated all 8 of the switches, right? If you activate all the switches and then you hit this one down, you can access this secret page, which is actually how you beat the game, but we don't know about that. But over here, they said there's something in the dock, right? So there's a secret chamber by the dock. And there's a cauldron down here of some sort. And I actually really like this water effect. I think the water effects in this game are pretty nice. I don't know why I like it. But, so if we press this button... Whoa. What's all that stuff? And we look over here. Settings for the dimensional imager. Topographical extrusion test. Water turbulent pool, which is what we're on now. And marker switch diagram. So let's take a look at that. We hit this button here, green button. And now we can control what the picture is by putting in a code. press the button. We have the dimensional imager showing the topographical map. And you can't get behind this in this game, but in real Myst you can walk around and stuff. And there's actually a secret to that too. And we'll take a look at the other one. It was 47. So it shows you the switches. It's just a little 3D model of it turning around. Probably a test one to make sure that it works. Okay, so how many were there? There were 8. So we gotta put in 8. 0, 8 is how many switches. And then that's Catherine's secret message.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you've viewed it, just to be safe.
So erasing the message, there's no way to erase it, but you can change it if you want. And I think that helps with the immersion. And I don't think there's any more. And this is what happens if there's one that you can't access. It just, goes like that. I'm actually gonna leave it on the pool because I like the pool. Little bubbling cauldron. And so if you notice, during that, he actually said, if you forget what to do, rotate the tower. He also said that there's books in the places of protection. I don't know exactly what that means, but my speculation is that like these are the, hold on, these are them. So it's protected by the secret code, basically. That's what I think. And the secret code, you have to rotate the tower to that place. It'll show you where the book is, and it'll tell you the secret that you need to know to unlock it. So it tells you everything. But, you have to figure that part out, right? So here's the rest of his books. And if you notice, there's a lot of burnt books, but not all of them. So we have these 4, and there's actually 5 books here that we can look at. All the other ones, it's just burnt books, right? But these ones have writing in them. And I'm not going to read all this to you, but I recommend reading it. He even explains why these are different colors. He doesn't explain the images too much, but you can tell what the book relates to based on the images. So we have like this treehouse here, and that relates to this map. So this is a map of the tree houses, and this is the future bridge that they wanted to make in his little diary. And if you look at the covers of the book, I think they also give you a hint. Like this one is the mechanical world. So we have some images here. We have a secret stairway. We have some sort of rotating thing. Pirate insignia or something. And these are helpful to figure out what's going on in those worlds, and sometimes they actually give you actually need to know what's in these books. Like, I think it's this one. You need to know this. This is the secret code, so you have to like write this down. I actually ended up drawing a picture of this whole keyboard and yeah, writing all this stuff, and then that's used for later. And then there's this one. Oh, and let's see, this cover doesn't really help. I guess maybe it's just that one that kind of helps. This one doesn't seem very nautical except for the fact that it's blue. But there's like a ship here. And a lighthouse. And the lighthouse top. And the stone ship age. That's what it's called. And these constellations, which you need to know. I don't think you really need to memorize these numbers. I thought the numbers might be important, but they ended up not being. But these constellations are important, and we'll figure that out later. There's actually one more book that you're not supposed to know about until you beat the game, and that's this book. It has all these patterns, but we won't talk about that yet. So we have access to our first world, or ages as they're called in this game. So let's go check it out. So what you have to do is you have to click the picture to go into the world. So this is that island that it was showing us. We are in the picture. Pardon me. And so this is going to be important. So we have to get a code. And there's a bunch of symbols. We don't know what it is. We have a red button. We got to go solve the puzzle, right? So let's go take a look. So we have a room in here. Some pictures, some paintings. I don't know what they mean. We have a diagram of the ship that we saw, both ships actually. So whoever's here, they know about this and this, right? And we have a little telescope we can look through. And we can sit in the throne if we want. And I don't know what this does actually. Then you have these buttons here. I actually don't remember if we use these or not. So there's a secret in each room, actually. There's a secret compartment. This one's hard to tell. But you have a secret compartment. it's like a treasure chest room here. And now we have a red page. So we're gonna pick that up, and you see that the icon changes to I'm holding a red page. You can only hold one item. But I guess you could look at a letter and hold the page, but you can't hold 2 pages. I think there's one more thing in here. I don't remember. There might not be. So let's get out. And if we follow around to the back of the room, we'll go there later. There's another room. And this one's like torn down. You got weapons here. In the books, you'll read about monkey face people. So you got a monkey face head here, I guess. And another throne that you can sit in. And if you saw it there, there's actually the secret compartment's easier to see here. You go in here. Can't use this. But we have the blue page actually, if you saw it. Right there. So now we're holding the blue page. We get rid of the red page and it goes back to where it was, so we can pick it up again. You don't lose them or anything. And you can actually open this chest and find a skull. Alright. Let's see if I can remember what to do. So, if you look over here, we can go over here. But we can't do anything yet. All you can do is turn around. Ah, we hit the button and now we can go to secret compartment. And now we have something similar to the tower rotation. You have to rotate this mechanism until it's red. That's a theme. So I got that very quickly. It might not be as easy for you because there's a little timing involved. But now you can see that that's went from being white to being red. That actually means that we can go up now. It's an elevator. But there's 3 buttons here, so we can go back down, we can go back up, but what does that do? Well, if you're up the stairs, well actually you can do it even when you're downstairs, but there's a secret thing if you hit it while you're upstairs and then go out of the room. You hear the little tick tick. So basically it goes down half of a level, not a whole level, when you hit the button, and there's a little timer to where you can get out. If you're downstairs and you hit it and you stay inside, you'll just go up half a level, and if you try to leave, it just won't let you. If you're on the top level and you leave, it'll let you, and because that's what you're supposed to do. And now we have this mechanism. So if we hit the button, it goes back up and opens this, and I'll show you what's going on with that, because we don't know how to operate that yet, technically. In one of the rooms, this room, there's this mechanism. Takes a while, takes a minute to load up, but Fortress Rotation Simulator Calibrator. So it's like we're rotating the fortress. We have to first hit the left switch, because that moves us a little bit. And then the right switch lets us rotate. And then putting the left switch down will align it. And it makes a sound. And this is actually an important sound. So it's like a zappy bzz sound. If we go up here, now we have a little ting sound. And that's north, south, east, and west, right? So east is zzz, north is ting, oh, and yeah, it'll, if you don't go past the white, like northeast or northwest in this case, it'll roll back. And brr is west, so like water. West is water, east is air, north is earth, south is fire. I think there's some relation to that. But here it's just like a metal pan, and then that's like a, I don't even know. But so that's the simulator. So we need to recognize those sounds. Wait a minute. How did we end up in here? Maybe I clicked on it by mistake. I would try to memorize those sounds or try to write it down, give yourself a keyword to memorize it. Because this isn't the only age that that's used in. So it was left to unlock, and then go up a little bit, and now we're on the east side, right? Oh, and then we had to press the button. Hopefully that saved. I don't think I ever tried it where I moved it and then went out and then went back in to try to go back. So I guess this is my experiment to figure out if that is a thing. Yeah, it works just fine. Alright. So we go over here, and now we have this. So this is the half of the code. We need to put this symbol here and this symbol here. So we need to write that down or memorize it somehow. And then, yeah, each time we gotta go back up and do the whole process. So get comfy with it. This isn't really a game that you can be too impatient with. Alright, so that's north. Oh, wait, you have to press the button. Oops. Oh yeah, that's... So we basically just went back to where we were. Whoops. Gotta go back and do it again. We don't want it on north. And we don't want it on east. So that's west. I guess this is the one that doesn't have anything on it. So I guess you don't need to go to west. Is that south? I think that's south. I think the south one has more of a hand drum kind of thing. Like those silver drums in the Caribbean. I forget what they're called. Nope, we were back in north. Unless that was all of them. I don't know. But the other one has the other code. I'm just gonna put it in because I have it. I still have my notes. Okay, so that is our ticket out of here. So every time you go back, it's gonna put you here. And you're basically in the temple thing, looking at the ceiling. So you have to look down to get back here over here. So we got the blue page. So we can add a blue page.
He returned. He wouldn't return. These pages rescue me. I'm acting off. My brother, I beg you.
So I think they're all different. When I first played this, I thought that it was just unlocking different segments of the same video, but they're actually different videos. And the picture does get clearer, but it never fully clears up, just so you know. And so you have to go back twice to each world to get both messages, unless you just want to do one. But I mean, you're supposed to kind of get both. So each world you play twice, and then you can unlock, and then you go to the other worlds, right? And to unlock each world, after you've turned on all those switches, you can basically do any of the worlds. You just have to rotate the tower to get the, and you can kind of skip that so you don't have to wait there, to get the secret code that will tell you how to unlock that world. See, now we're looking at the ship mast. And that's that ship that's under the water. And then here's the secret code. Or the hint. So we have to do something with these dates. Well, let's go check it out. Oh wait, yeah. Alright, so there is one building that we haven't looked at yet. This one. If we look in here, we get a dentist chair or something. And if we turn around, we have a switch. And that makes it so it's like a planetarium, right? Well, now we have controls. January 1st, 12 a.m. So we can slide these to change the month. And what was the first one? It was October 11. 1984. At 10:04 a.m. Then we hit the button, and we get this picture of a constellation. Well, if you recall, we have a book of constellations. Was it this one? Yeah. So which one is that? I think it was this one. So there's a maple leaf. And then if we look at the other ones, we'll find the beetle. I think that's one of them. I actually didn't write down which ones it was. Snake. It's a snake. So beetle, leaf, snake. Those are what the 3 different ones will tell you. This isn't like a... I'm not going to show you everything in the game. It's more to help people who are trying to play the game to figure out what to do and why. So if we see here, there's the ship again and a bird bath. And then we have these boxes here. If you go up to the boxes, they're the pictures of the constellations. So we had to find the ones that were mentioned. We got Bud. We got Maple Leaf. And then there was a snake. Where was the snake? So, by the way, if you can tell which ones are clicked by what color. If it's red, it's not clicked. If it's green, it's clicked. Which one? Which one is it? There it is. Okay. Something happened. Oh look, this ship. It is now up. Does that ship correspond to the other ship? Let's go find out. Yes, it's there. So now we can go on the ship. And here's the other linking bug. In the place of protection. The second world. We can't go in here because it seems to be full of water. We can't go down here because it seems to be full of water. We can't go down here because it seems to be full of water. So, how about over here? Oh. So we can press these. And if you notice, there's like 3 places we can go to, right? There's one for each. So the first one unlocks this, or wait, no, I guess it's this one. Yeah, so it's on the ship. So we go down here into the ship. And now we're like underwater. Whoa, how cool is that? So then the third one, that one's so now we can go down here. And if we do that, it's draining the water out of the chest. But we didn't turn it on. Or we didn't close it again. see if that was the right setting. Nope, it wasn't. So you have to be on the right setting. That drains it out, right? So it can't hold any water. I think that's right. I might even just be doing it too quick, to be honest. Or I'm just on the wrong setting every single time and I've just been doing the same thing. One of the nice things about this is that you could just wrap it, you could just click as fast as you can and you'll travel faster. You don't get that in the other games. So we have to drain the water and then leave it in that position for it to come up. And then we can use this key on it. And that unlocks another key, which unlocks this. So now we can go up here. And what's this? Well, there's a power, this is like a battery, and then we have this to charge the battery. And I found that if you Alt-Tab out of the game, it'll keep doing it. So we can just sit here for a minute, go back, and I'm not pressing anything. And I click, and now it recognizes that I've stopped. So that's a little trick. And now it's brought the power up on the battery, so we're charging the battery by hand. It's a crank. And what does that do? It turns on the lights. So here, we couldn't tell very much, but it was full of water. But now it's not. So I press the middle button, which goes down. It lights up these paths. And if we go down here, we get a room. If it'll load. If I click the right thing. Why isn't it going? Oh, there we go. You have to press the button. So now we get this cool little fancy bed chamber with these wood and Corinthian order columns. And we have a red page. And here's a tip. Start from the bottom because you can just click here and it'll go up. It's easier to do that than to do this and then I have to close the door and then I have to open the door and then I have to close it every time. Just start from the bottom. Now it's one click. So that speeds it up. You can't interact with any of this stuff. There's also 2 extra drawers if you want to check them out. And then there's more interactable stuff. These. So if I hover over it, it'll see how it's pointing that way. This one, if we go over here, we can see the other one. This one points that way, and it goes slow. So that might be something about nautical navigation or something. I have no idea. But I got what I came for. I need a piece of paper. So here's another thing that I didn't notice when I first started playing. So, you know, this is where we've been, right? Well, if we go over here, there's actually this stair here. You can go across these steps, and now you're at a different part of the ship. And there's another downstairs thing. And there's this ladder. And this is important. So you can go in here and you can scroll this picture and look at the island, right? If the thing has power, if the lighthouse has power, you'll see the light here. And we can see this is between 130 and 140, right? So that's 135. The lighthouse is at 135 degrees. And we need to know that to solve the puzzle. So let's go down here. And then once you get here, so this is the exit, right? But if you go over here, there's actually a secret door. And we need to go in there. But we'll check out the room first. Look at the spooky room with the lamp with a rib cage and some bottles marked poison. And then the blue page. So let's get the blue page since we've been doing the blue pages. And we got some cool masks, some African masks. And we have a little hologram of a rose. And if you, this is actually a slider. You can slide it to a skull. I have no idea what that means, but maybe it's resurrection or something. And we can open these drawers, look at some cool maps. But the second drawer had something different. It has a secret message. So there's actually two of these, and you have to. This tells you the secret. The vault is located. The island of achieved. Very instructions are each of the marker. Turn every one of on position as a final step there to the. So I would either take a picture of that or write that down, because that's telling you what to do. It's a big hint. Alright, so let's go into the secret door. Secret chamber. We're under the water. So we have a compass. Well, what was our little secret code? The lighthouse is at 135 degrees, which it happens to be here. That's 90, that's 180 degrees, right? 270. That would be 45. So this is going to be your 135. So you have to press this button. And then the lights turn on. This lamp turns on. If you don't press the right one, it'll lock out, it'll drain the battery, and you'll have to try again. To exit, we can either go back the way we came, or we can actually go over here. And this is the other secret door for the other room. So if we look, that's the other room, right? So let's see what that light does. You actually have to go to the first one, go down here, and remember this was dark before, but now there's a light on. And now we can go down here, and I don't know if there's anything else actually down here, but this is where the secret landing book is, or whatever they're called. That'll take us back to that thing, to the temple, or the library, or observatory, or whatever this place is. And then we can go give them the blue page, get our little video.
Good. More pages you find. Bring more. I must have some more.
So it's like he's talking to us in real time. It just has bad connection because we don't have enough pages in the book yet. And then you have to go back twice to get the red page to figure out what he's saying. And they basically say the same stuff, but in a different way, in their own way. So then we would rotate this, and you can go to the next one, and to the next one, and to the next one, and get your clues to go unlock the stuff and get the things, the stuff. But I already have all the answers, so I'm just gonna go do it. Let's see. I guess we can go in this one. I don't remember which one. I think this is the one that comes next, right? If we're going around the island, I think you would do this one next. So the code in there, it tells you a number sequence, and that's basically this 3-digit code. And then you bloop, and you get matches, light a match. So you have like a match icon here. Well, you have to strike it against the striker on the matchbox. And then you go over here, and you have to light the boiler or whatever, the heater thing. And then turn the crank. And I don't know exactly how many you do. I just look at these arms and I kind of rotate it twice. And then this should move. And you could keep doing it until it moves. But I found there's actually another way. I think you can go out of the screen and then go back, and then it'll do it quicker. It'll do it automatically. And it like shows us that it's doing it, right? And what is that doing? What's that loud sound? There's actually this tree here. Oh. And it's slowly going up. And this anchors you down, right? But, so the trick here is you have to actually, once you get it up, you have to make it go back down. So you have to turn this down. And like I said, I just kind of spam it until I move it halfway. That seems good enough for me. Go back to the tree thing. And then you have to wait. Because you're not in control of that, really. I think 2 is enough. I think we would have heard it by now. It's... oh, here it goes. You kind of got to be quick. Because I don't know what happens, but I always make sure that I'm at the same level by the time it moves down 1. And then you have to wait. It should do it. I hope it does it. I never had to wait this long before. I don't know if... I never actually pressed the button either. So I don't know if I broke it or something. But yeah, this has no power, so it should be going down. I may have ran into a glitch. to go up. Then I'm gonna test that and see if that brings it all the way down. No. Yeah, so you have to do it twice. So remember the cursor, you have to kind of go up here. It's like a little finicky, but you can do it. Go back down, please. I mean, it's supposed to keep going down. I've never had it not do that. Oh, see, now we... Yeah, it went down, now we missed it. So now we get to play this game again. And wait for it to go back up. And then turn it down again. And then go catch it in time. And then wait. So I don't like this part, to be honest. Arguably, the maze is worse than this. So. It's there to test your patience. That's what it's for. Or encourage or inspire you to be patient. Because you know how it works. You just have to wait for it to go down. I wonder if it'll go down faster if you turn it more. It might be going slowly. There we go. God damn it. And I don't even know if we can get out now. We have to just wait. Yeah, there's no getting out of here. There's the book. So you have to do that twice to get back here if you're going to get the red and the blue books. Okay, let's get in there. So here's the tree houses. Now in the swamp kind of thing. It looks like a swamp, but in the book, I think it actually says that it's like a water world, and the trees just happen to grow still somehow, even though like the whole world is submerged in water. Doesn't make any real sense, but it looks nice, okay? It's fun. So there's an island here, and a little crank. So we can kind of tell that basically the water's being pumped up from the ocean. Okay. Into this tank, and then the tank goes down here. And we can tell that the water's flowing or not because we can hear it. And we can press this. Now we hear it flowing more, right? So we can kind of hear it still, right? Now we can really hear it. I guess we could still hear it. Oh, but we don't hear it over here. So this isn't getting any power. But over here we have power. If we go this way, we can hear it. So here's the trick. Where's that island? At these intersections, take a look at the ground. You can see there's actually a circle. It has a valve. And the valve tells you which direction it's going. If it's facing this way, then it's going that way. If it's facing this way, it's going that way. Initially, I thought that I had to put it on this side, in this quadrant, to get it to go over here. And that quadrant to go over there. But actually, the valve is going that way. So what do we want to do? Well, we have to have it on this one first to solve the puzzle. So we have to give power to other various things, right? Well, we take a look. That's a dead end, basically. Over here, we need to cross a bridge or something, right? Over here, there's nothing. Over here, we have this thing, and then we have this thing, right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drive the power that way, and then drive it. We don't need to go that way. Turned around. This needs to face this way. So we don't give power to that. We give power this way. And now, this should be powered. Alright, we can cross the bridge. And you can see there's no power line here. The power line starts here. But this isn't getting any power. Pardon me. So we actually have to turn this crank to connect the pipes. Because we want to power that. So here we go. Now we go back around. We no longer need to power that because we already activated the bridge. It actually stays that way. So we reroute the power. Yeah, it should be that way, right? And that, wait. Okay, here. So this valve needs to go this way. Power this way. I get turned around here, but a trick if you ever get turned around is just go back to the island and follow the stream. So this one we actually want this way, right? Or do we? We were actually trying to get power that one, but if we go over here, oh yeah, we can't do that yet. We have to unlock it from the other side. I think. Okay. That way. That way. Yeah. That way. Yeah. And then, okay, yeah, it's routing all the way through here to there, and that's what we want. So it is working. So now we get to go walk all the way around to get to here, and this is powered. We can go up. And then we have to press this lever, but we can't do it unless the door is closed. That's just part of the gimmick. Oh, this is the secret one. This is the way back. So we're actually not ready for this yet. My bad. We want... Let's power this one. Now we can use this elevator. And this place is so confusing. Just keep track of the square buildings and the exits, or the elevators. Just try to keep track of that and you'll keep your bearings somewhat. But it's by the nature of how this game operates, where you have to like go through the pages and you can't actually look at all four corners all the time and see everything. It makes it pretty difficult to navigate and pretty easy to get lost. If you need to, just draw out a map. But so we need to go over here, and I think, yeah, We're gonna take this. No, we can't. Because that doesn't have power, right? Yeah. Let's see if I can figure it out. I didn't write anything down for this level, really. I want to give power to that one over there. Oh yeah, but that's locked, right? I don't remember how to unlock that, but I know that you have to have it unlocked. That one's the secret one. So really the only option we have is to go up that other elevator for now. I think there's two elevators. Not that one, but another one. Okay, so that's a dead end. Okay. Yeah, so there's a bunch of abandoned houses. Bunch of little outposts. Is this the one? Or am I just back where I started from? I get so turned around in this level. It's my least favorite level. Oh, that seems to be the same one. See, I could only do 180 turns here. Unless I go over here. That seems to just be the same one that I want to. I think there's another one that you have to go down or something. Or some gimmick with unlocking the stairway. I don't remember what it was. It might be a weight or something. Here? Wait. Did you see it? That looked like something to me, right here. I don't think it was this. And yeah, we couldn't use that because of this. We have to like go down the other elevator. I don't have the map. So if you're gonna come here, have the map on you. I believe that they're pretty close to each other. Oh god. So you can see that one. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. I literally cannot do this level. I hated it. I managed to figure it out though. Or I did something. See, like, that feels like I'm just going right back to the thing. But I know I'm not. And I think this is just the one. So there's that one and that one. And I can only do 180 turns. So great. Hold on, I'm gonna just hold on, I'm gonna figure this out. And we're back. So, see how we're looking at the staircase? There's a lever, and it opens it. It took me forever to find this. Longer than I care to admit. So basically, we go back in the hut with the thing, the little basket, and we look back, and there's actually two things. I went and looked at my screenshot of the map to find this. I basically just went to every single spot and trying to find something new, and I found the thing. So we got it. And also, I realized that what's the best way? That thing. Can I see it from here better? No, we can't. Here, wait, this is probably the best way. So, this elevator, we can't see it, but we can power it from the bottom. And we can actually see the book is right there. That's the book. That's the secret room with the book. And then, okay, so now we need to, yeah. Not this way. Here. So now we can go down the stairs and open this dang door. So now we just have to turn this one and it'll instantly power that. So all this trouble that we went through to get to the bridge, to get the pipe, to run the power, to get up there, Now we just go back to the beginning and we just route it straight to here. We go through the door, up the ladder, and now we can go into this one. And we're going up to the 3rd floor. So there's another floor. But this one's smaller, so it's not that bad. So that was a door if you couldn't see. There was a door there. That's where we came from. We went over here. And now there's a metal door. And there's like a roundabout way to get in. And this thing, which if we click it, it's a little trap. So let's go around. We're gonna go to this room. Let's see what's in here. There's this thing. We can play different messages on it. And I think this might be the monkey language. Which sounds pretty cool, kinda. I think it sounds cool. Kinda reminds me of like Star Wars. The last one is the other brother.
Right, my dear.
Yeah.
What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
Take only one page. And then there's the page. So we'll take that. When I went in here the first time, I could have swore. Yeah, that's so weird. So that's the first message that we had set it to. And it plays on this. I could have swore when I first played this, when I went in there the first time, it triggered that. But maybe there's a different trigger that I don't know about. But we already know how to power the secret room to get back, so all we need is the pages, right? So let's go down and go do that. Okay, now we have to route the power all the way around. So the elevator's still up there. We need this one. So, And yeah, so that's turning that way. Power that one. And that makes it easy, so when you come back, you just have to do that switch to get up there, get the other page, come back down, and do this switch. And then run around. So it's actually not that bad to come back here. It's really the first time that's a pain in the ass. We'll check some of it.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced the Cirrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me just as he did. The innocent bystander. I've been wrongly tricked. He'll imprison me. You have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, some plot. It was almost perfect. Final blow to father. It tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder father. Bring me the remaining. Please. Liar. Pulling a liar. I must not be free. What am I? The remaining blue pages from the last age of Myst. I must be free.
Okay, so now he's just gonna ramble on more. But basically he's saying that he wants more pages. And there's actually an important dump there where they said that he was accused of killing his father, and he's saying he didn't do it and that it was his brother. So that's kind of what's going on with them. There was some kind of scandal. They were conniving and trying to get power and ended up trapped in these books. That's what's going on. Okay, so we went to that world, and I think there's only one more world. He said there's 4 more worlds, but that's not true. So we go down here. And this is a power thing. So we have a diagram here, power to spaceship, generator switches. So really we need the power to the spaceship to be something. And we get a hint on what it's supposed to be, and it's supposed to be 59 volts. And there's a number of ways you can go about this. If you press all of them, it adds up to 99, but you're going to trip the breaker. It's going to overflow, and then this is going to go back to 0, and then you're going to have no power, and then you can't go power the spaceship. So you have to just do 59. And there's multiple ways to do that. If you press each button, so that's 10, 7, 8, 16, 5, 9, 19, 22, 2, 1. All those numbers can add up in different ways. This is the solution that I found. My idea was to get it up to 50 and then I'll get the 9 because I saw that there was a 9. So that's kind of the logic that I used to solve it. But I noticed that there's more than one way to do it. I don't know how many ways, but there's more than one. And so that powers the ship, right? One thing that you should know, if you do trip the breaker, you have to go down here. So I'll do that again. I'm right in front of the door. I have to press forward at an angle over here. Then I see this, and I see this ladder. I hit forward, forward, now I go up the ladder, and I have to pull this down, and that will reset it. There's another one over here that you can go to. Go down here. Yeah. And you can pull that, but I don't know, like when I was doing it before and I tripped the breaker and I went up here, nothing happened, so I don't know what that does. I think it's only the other one that works. I don't know. I could be wrong. But so now we can open this door and we can go activate this panel. And so we have, that's a musical scale. Right? If we turn around, there's a piano. That's Fleur-Elise, Fleur-Elise by whoever wrote that song. But so this corresponds to that chart in the book, and it's going to correspond to what we need to play over here. I have the answer written out, so I'm just going to alt-tab and get my screenshot. One second. Wait, where is it? Oh yeah, here. So it's like right here. That actually seems right. This seems to be one more down. This one's down one. And that might not be right still. Because it, you know, it's like they're pretty close. Oh, come on. Is that up more? No, that's not it. So, actually, maybe that's not such a good idea. Because they're so tight. So, one was this key. Wait, this key. Yeah, it's there. So, you kind of still have to sound it out, maybe. This is black key. It's close. It's this one. Then 4 is this key. And 5 is this key. There it is. Yeah, so just sound that one out. I thought there was music for this part. Maybe I didn't trigger. We're back in the ship. But there's no levers. Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing here. And we're on the other island. So here, we have another one. And so for this one, we have different sounds. And those are going to have to correspond to something somehow. If we explore a bit, go up here, we can see this weird picture, and there's a button to turn it on. I don't know if you actually have to do that, but I did it anyways. And if you look over here, we can see so there's actually a fissure here that's talked about in the book. They're drawing power from the lava, or from the heat from the lava, into a pipe that heats something. Heats water, maybe? I don't know. So this is actually a fissure with heat coming up. And it's making that sound that sounds like when you try to record something on your video camera in the wind. And over here we have a clock. And initially I was like, you know what? These pictures are secret codes. This one's obviously a 1. So this is the first one. It has to be this sound. I was wrong. It's not that at all. It's something else. So we gotta go over to this island, but we don't know how to get there yet. This one's different. Wait, no it's not. This way, maybe? Yeah. This one. And that one you can see it's recording this water here. I think there's another thing you can go see here. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. So did we see them all? No. I think there's one more. No, that was pretty much it. go down here, but we're not gonna go down there yet. I need to get back. Ah, I'm stuck. Oh yeah, that doesn't get it. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Let me go. So actually, let us go down here now. Because I just realized, if you try to put in the code, it's just not going to work because you don't know the secret yet. You have to go through the cave to the secret island, or the island, and go over here. And this is going to show you everything, right? So we have the water droplets, the fissure, the clock, the crystal thing, and the wind from the tunnel. So, and then we have sigma, the Greek letter here, which is sum, right, in mathematics. So if we hit that, that's what we get. So what we have to do is we have to go look around here. And this has a 360 degrees, right? So we have to find on the map where the water droplets were coming from, which is that island, right? With the water, or what was over here? We should be able to hear it, basically. I think that's the clock. So, okay, so if that's the clock, we kind of know where this is how I did it. I did turn everything on, right? I feel like this isn't working the way it should. Okay, yeah. So this is where the fissure is. And now we have this arrow here. Now we're on the exact spot. So we keep it there. And this is the clock. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's just a little off. So we have to basically go get these specific points. You don't need to memorize these numbers or anything. You just need to get everything in the right spot. The water, or the wind tunnel. So I guess I don't remember where the water was. Oh, here it is. It's off in the distance. Okay. So we have them all now. So what we have to do is press sum. So it's showing you what the code is. You can either listen to it or you can look for it. And so I basically wrote this down until I got it. I would be like, okay, so the clock was last. I think the water was first. No, it's the crystal, water. No, it's... Crystal, water, that. Crystal, water, wind tunnel, fissure, clock. So that's telling us what order it needs to go in. So now we can go back. This way there. And so our sum was the crystal, which was that, right? And then water, wind, fissure, clock. Bam. Okay, so now we're at a submarine thing. So we gotta go in here, and I don't think there's anything else really to look at. You just have to operate this thing. So we're gonna go forward. Oh, and the pages are they're lying around those places. Actually, let's go grab the blue page if we can. I don't remember where each page was. Actually, I think I took a picture of it, so I should have it somewhere. Blue page. Where was this at? I'm sure I can find it. So we gotta open the door with the blue. And you'll notice the door is closed again, but it'll open for you. It's not here. So maybe it's the... here? That's the red page. Where's that secret island? Was it over here? The picture I have is of a railing. Oh wait, it's wherever that other one is. Not this. I get so turned around in these places, man. What? Oh god. I hate these maps. No. Where was it? So, like, why can't I go that way? I can either click, I can't even click on the top, I have to click on the bottom. They're just annoying. Unless it was through there. No, it wasn't. Oh my god. There's the blue page. No, no, no. Oh god. I hate it. I really do. I don't like it. Okay. So we do have to press the button, but it stays where we put it. So we don't have to go figure it out again. Now we get another maze. We have our page with us. Aha! We heard a sound. And we should recognize that sound because we did it before. On the islands where we had to blindly rotate the island. And it gave us a sound at the different directions. Well, this is doing the same thing. We can press the speaker and get the sound. And we can see that that's facing north. So we go forward. And that's a brrr, which is west, right? So we go west. So we just go back to north. And think of these as like a little exit sign. Well, or maybe that's a bad example, but you can't go through here. If you try to go forward, you just get that. And some of the time there's multiple ways that you can go, but if you just listen to the sound and you remember what the sound is, it tells you how to get through this maze. So you should never get lost. you don't need a guide or anything. Just listen to the sounds. Just remember the 4 sounds. And that's our bzz, so it's east. East to east. It's the same one, so we just go forward again. And if you notice, this is a small window, but there's like a video playing. So this is another example of where they would have a very small resolution video, and they would just play it in a small square on the screen, but they would give it some context so it looks like it's supposed to be that way. And if you go look in the game files, you can actually see all these little videos. They're in .mov files. And if you couldn't hear what they said or you missed it, you just hit it again. And try to figure out what that was supposed to be. And it was supposed to be south. So we can actually, just to show you the other one, we're supposed to go south, but we're facing north. We can hit backtrack. Actually, I don't think I know what that does anymore. Because I wasn't pressing that. And now it's telling me to go forward again. So maybe it just goes back to where you were. So maybe it's more smart than I thought. I thought it just went in the opposite direction as you were trying to go or telling it to go. But looks like that's not actually the case. South, because it sounds more like a fan, like like a metal drum. And there's a couple moves. You just kind of gotta stick in there. How many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Either 11 or 11, 12, and then 13, 14. So like 13, 14, something like that. And if you notice that time, we heard 2 sounds. So that's where this comes in handy. I hear that brr, brr, and I hear ding, ding, ding. But which ding is it? Well, I think that's the south ding. So we have to go southwest. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, because we're facing south. And that also makes it easier for the next time you come back. It's only, that time it was only 1 move away, and I think that happens a couple times. So that's just west. See, that's the northwest, which is just one over. North east. East, southeast. That's just one more over. And if you notice, we went southwest, southwest, west, northwest, northeast, north, southeast. So they're pretty close together. You could memorize it if you wanted to, or you could write it down. I just kind of follow the instructions, and as you could tell, that was the last one because we saw the yellow lines. By the way, before, if you tried to leave while you were in that cart, and it just wouldn't let you, but now it lets us because we're docked in the station. And lo and behold, here's the Myst book. It goes back to Myst Island.
Hello. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. He was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not believe him. He killed my father. He will kill you.
So he's saying, don't trust my brother.
Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches.
The other brother says, don't trust my other brother.
From the ages Myst. He hoarded riches for himself.
One of them seems rather...
Slipped away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. He did him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. He convinced Father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he planned. And his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. I'm sure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother's a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I dear father. He's murdered. Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf. It's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, or you will rot and die. Imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay. So he told us exactly what to do. We have to go in here, but we need the thing first. The other brother says the same exact kind of things, but he blames the other guy. Yep. Pardon me. Okay, so 158. This is the pattern that we need. I don't know how many there are. We have to go into the chimney and then press the button, and then now we can enter in the code. And I drew a little picture of it on my thing. I did just used X's and dashes, so X dash X, X X X, and then I see some X's going across, and then like that. And then I think that's it. If we press it and it's not it, oh yeah, it's not it. It's this one. If we press it and it's not it, it'll just not work and nothing will happen. You'll have to try again. So get it right the first time. Darn it! I could have sworn that was it. It looks right to me. I don't even know what I missed last time. So here's the blue page and here's the red page, and now we can see for sure that that's what's going on, where we pick one up and the other one just goes back to where it was. Well, we can also put it down and then read the green book. Which one do you want to do? It's up to you. I would recommend hitting your escape key and then saving your game. And then do them all. Check it out. But I'm going to do the green book.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny. Not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend. As you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Oh. Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I fear you've met my son, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island. In my library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar, we had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan, an evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother, he was their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine. To lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except that they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they have done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
Okay. So here's the thing. We can go to Dunny without the page easily. And we can see him here, but
My friend,
we don't have the page.
you return. We meet face to face. And the page, did you bring the page?
No, I just clicked.
You didn't bring the page.
I didn't bring the page.
You didn't bring the page.
I didn't bring the page.
Who are you?
I just clicked.
Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
And then he goes back writing his book. And we're just stuck in this little room forever. Guess we gotta start the game all over again. So this is where the page is, right? And we would know that if we got both of those notes. I know, I forgot the other one again. Oops. Oh, did I get the, oh, I overshot it. So that's 35, 40. That was all of them, right? Other than the gear one? We'll know right now. Yep. So this is the page that we needed the whole time. And we already kind of knew how to do it. We just didn't know which page we were supposed to use. We could even access the little book with all the patterns. We just didn't know which one to do until we got all the pages. But it's true that you can just, from the very beginning, you could even accidentally punch in the right code, I'm sure. But will that ever happen? Probably not. That doesn't feel right to me for some reason. Oh yeah, that's that. And then these four. And that odd one. That's it, right? Hopefully. Yeah. So we don't even have to list them. We just come here with the page. Go find him. Wait for him to acknowledge your presence.
My friend, you returned. And the page, did you bring the page? Give it to me.
So they're expecting you to have already kind of...
Please, give the page.
And I like this part
Page, my friend.
where
Page.
he repeated... I like that he voiced that, and it's like...
Give me the page.
I don't know, I just like...
Please, give the page.
So you have to click his hand.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
So if you notice, he just touched the book with his hand. And I think that's how it's supposed to work. And you can, like, go look around.
I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the
That's
world
the Myst book.
in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh.
So he just set the stage for the next game.
I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst, the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your explorations satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more favor. I am fighting a foe much greater than my sons could even imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, feel free to enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you again.
So if you didn't read his books, go read them now. And we can get back by pressing this book, and he'll tell us that, but we don't need to. And so now we're in an alternate version of the Myst Island where the books are gone. Now, what does that mean for if you start the game off just like I did with beating the game? Where you haven't unlocked anything, the only thing you did was this, basically, and turn on all the switches? I don't know. I think there's more to it, like more that you can explore. But this is like the end, this is the end game. And it's basically just revisit the islands if you want. At least that's what everyone thinks. There's still like some puzzles that I think are here that I never solved. I might look into that in the future, but for now I'm just gonna end it here, basically. We beat Myst. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful. I mean, I really enjoyed my time here. When I was a kid, I was one of those people who got all hyped up about this game. And then I get into the game and it's just pictures. I was kind of disappointed. But if you can get past that, it's a decent puzzle game. It has some quirks. But, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. So this came out on Laserdisc, on the compact disc, CD-ROM, CD read-only memory. And Myst Island, physically on the disc, was in different sections of the disc. So this world, this age was over here, that age was over there, that age was over there, in the physical memory of the Laserdisc, which I think is kind of cool. That's a tidbit that I wanted to point out earlier. I think this is probably the most iconic place for me. But so, some final thoughts. If you haven't gone into puzzle games, I would start with this one. Or even adventure games. This is a good one to start with. I don't really have much to say to this. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.